Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Very happy sherry and ham, Mr. Stone. Ah, probably, as it's New Year's Eve, I thought we'd have a little drink before we go.
That's very kind of you, sir.
Not at all. Well, this is what it's going to look like, Saunders.
Oh, is this the layout, sir?
Yeah.
I've been wanting to have a look at this.
This is the main display area here, Mr. Crawford. Over here, there'll be the cross-section model of the power station job.
Very nice, Foley. You've done a splendid job.
Thank you very much, sir.
This is very interesting. This
Beautifully done, sir.
Yes.
Fascinating.
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Crawford. I'm just checking the lights. You don't mind, Mr. Foley, eh?
No, go ahead.
No, you're quite right.
Mr. Crawford, there's some kind of modern mysticism. Just take a...
Oh, no, Mr. Foley's always very careful about his lights. I would say the same about some of the other offices. Pardon me, sir, but will you be long here, sir? I'm locking up all round.
Oh, that's all right, Dennis. Don't worry about us. Just leave the back door open.
Oh, right, you are, sir, yes. Pardon me, sir, but those men left a lorry round the back, all full of equipment. Be all right to get your car out?
Yes, there's plenty of room to get in. Perfectly all right.
Oh, right, sir. Happy New Year.
And a Happy New Year to you, Ellis. Well, Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, sir.
Now, as you know, the charter company got a plane for us leaving Gatwick tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock for Frankfurt. And so that we shan't have a too early a start in the morning, Mr. Stone has booked us 4 rooms at the Royal Oak Hotel, Gatwick, tonight. Now, we don't have to be there till after midnight, which gives us 6 or 7 hours to fill in. So, Mr. Stone's very thoughtfully booked us seats at the theatre.
It's that rather brilliant courtroom play. The law's quite a hobby of yours, isn't it, sir? I'm afraid I don't normally have time to see these things.
Oh, you should. I often wonder what you do with your spare time, Mr. Stone. Oh, Foley, those brochures of yours, I wanted Mr. Saunders to see one of them. He's got to start thinking about it in German. Would you mind?
Yes, sir, in my office. I'll get one. Who the devil are you? What are you doing in my office?
I'm waiting to see Mr. Crawford.
You've been in here all the time? In the dark?
Yeah, I don't like the light.
Well, what do you want?
I want to see Mr. Crawford.
You one of the men from that Hounslow strike with the strikes going on? I ought to throw you out of here.
Mr. Crawford wouldn't like that. You tell him I want to see him. It's about his wife.
Oh. Mr. Crawford, could you come in here a moment, please, sir?
Yes, certainly. Excuse me.
Yes, of course.
Someone here says he wants to see you.
In here?
Yes, sir.
Who is it?
He says he wants to speak to you about your wife, sir. Would you rather I went out?
I'd rather you stayed in.
Do I know you? What the devil is this?
It's about your wife, too. And there's 2 other gentlemen. Come in here, please. Now, don't try anything. Just let me talk. You know who I am? Take a good look. Do you read your newspapers, watch your television?
That criminal, Lusterell.
That's right.
I'm going to ring the police.
Go on, and you ring.
The night extension's on that one, sir. On this one? This one.
About your wife, Mr. Crawford.
Yes? What about my wife?
Anybody know about me? What happened 2 months ago?
Well, you escaped from prison. You told out or something, you and 4 other men.
That's right. One of those men is with your wife now, Mr. Crawford. He's got a screw loose. He's not at all reliable. He's very dangerous. But he does what I tell him. There's one with your wife, too, Mr. Foley, and yours, Mr. Stone. And the other one's with your mother, Mr. Saunders. They've all been inside a very long time.
My wife's an invalid. She'd be terrified.
I don't know what you want, but I certainly don't believe it.
17 Cheney Grove. The blue front door. You've been having trouble with your doorbell, so my man was telling me. Your wife's only 28. She was on the stage for 5 years. Your daughter Pamela, by your first marriage, is at the Chelsea Arts Ball tonight. Unfortunately, Mr. Saunders couldn't be there because he's going to the theater with you. Your wife's name's Margaret, isn't it, Stone? You married her late in life, didn't you? You live at 54 Brighton Avenue, West Croydon. And you've got a little flat in town. But she doesn't know about that, does she? Your children are just about going upstairs now, Foley. Your wife is behaving quite normally. Oh, sorry, I was told on the phone just before I got in here. But downstairs is a man. He got 7 years. For assault. It's all right. They all do what I tell them.
What do you want?
I want you to do what I tell you.
There's one thing you've overlooked. It's New Year's Eve. And in about half an hour from now, neighbors will be calling on my wife to spend the evening with her.
No. She just canceled them. All the New Year arrangements have been canceled.
I see. It's very bright of you. Still, I'm sure, Mr. Durrell, that under the circumstances we can talk this thing out. It needs a rather unusual sort of...
I don't believe this is fantastic.
You think I'm a laugh on your wife? Go on, phone her. Gentleman down on the floor said the line is open. Go on, ring. West Croydon, WE2, 2312. But just so my man doesn't get his orders mixed up. What you have to say is Harry Slade there? He got 18 years for murder. And she'll be told to say, yes, he is. And he's looking much better now. Go on, ring.
Mr. Stone, you better ring.
Hello, Margaret. This is John. Is Harry Slade there? All right, Margaret. It'll be all right.
How long are these men going to stir?
Until we finish the job we're going to do.
We?
Yes, we. You, me, and these other 3 gentlemen.
What do you want us to do?
Shut up! And what's today?
Oh, it's Wednesday.
And what day do people get paid around here, ordinary little people?
Friday.
What day do the big firms all their cash in the bank?
Well, Thursday usually.
Where's the nearest bank?
Next door.
How do you get in there?
Well, you go up into the street. It's closed.
Now we'll open it. I calculate there's over 200,000 pounds in there tonight. Where'd you say the bank was? That's all right, I know where it is. I also know where the vault is. I know the whole layout. The vault is in the basement corresponding with this basement. You're an educated man, Mr. Saunders, a civil engineer. What would you say is the shortest distance between 2 points?
Straight line.
A straight line. Yes. Through there.
That would mean going under a 15-foot wide alleyway. That's solid earth.
There are 5 of us. 3 foot apiece.
This is preposterous,
Yes?
man.
We've got 6 hours.
There's one thing you've forgotten, Durrell. It's New Year's Eve. The staff of that bank may be working till midnight on the end of year balance.
No. No. I checked that bunch. They're mechanized. They'll be leaving now. You're a bright boy, aren't you, Mr. Foley? So bright you've never been in jail. So they haven't got your fingerprints in Scotland Yard, have they? Or yours, or yours. Or yours. That's why I couldn't use my own men. Also, they're not very bright. But you, gentlemen, you the police would never suspect.
What about our people? What's going to happen to them?
You're an accountant, Stone, aren't you? You count those.
6, 9, 12, 1, 2, 3. 1 and 4 pence.
That's right. 16 pennies. Enough for 4 telephone calls from an outside kiosk when all this is over and I'm well away from here. I'll just ring my men and call them off.
You realize this will go straight to the police?
Really, Crawford? Oh, let's see. So I had planned that as soon as this is over, you'll get in your car. You'll drive to Gatwick. You'll spend the night at the Royal Oak Hotel, Gatwick, and at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, you'll fly off to Germany. And nobody be any the wiser. Right. Let's get on with it. Polly, go to this door, turn left. At the end of the corridor, you'll find a door leading to the ramp unlocked. On the ramp, you'll find a lorry. On the back of the lorry, you'll find tools. Get them. Shovels, picks, hammers, and a drill. Stone, go with him. It's a 2-man job. But go on! Saunders, you turn right out of the door. Halfway down the corridor, you'll find a maintenance man's room. I want saws, small hammers, and big nails. Bring them in here. And one thing, all of you. You get outside, keep quiet. There's a night watchman in the building. Crawford, you stay in here. Something I've got to get myself.
Operator, I'm trying to get Sloan 0181. This is Regent 7808. But I must have Sloan 0181. At the moment it's engaged, I want you to break in.
I just saved Mrs. Crawford's life, Mr. Crawford. The instructions of my men were that if any of you called after 6 o'clock, they were just to go ahead. She's probably just sitting by the telephone now talking to a friend, or your daughter, maybe. My man is sitting right beside her. She'll be all right. She knows that. Providing she does what she's told and you do what you're told. Now get out and help them on the lorry. Grover, you wouldn't want your colleagues to know you tried to make that call, would you? So supposing you and I cooperate, huh? I'll bring him in here. Now then, Mr. Saunders, what's through there?
Well, that's 4.5 inches of brick, 2 inches of asphalt, another 9 inches of brick, 2 layers.
And then?
Well, then there's 15 foot of soil.
What kind of soil?
Well, it's sand, mostly.
Yeah, and then?
Well, then there's the vault.
And what'll that be?
Well, it'll be at least 3 layers of concrete, reinforced with iron mesh. It'll take a week to break through that.
No, we haven't got a week. Concrete. Oh, I'm used to concrete. What's in the soil?
Why, at this depth, it'd be going underneath the gas and water mains.
What about drains?
Oh, I don't know. Well, I don't know that anybody knows.
Oh, we'll take a chance. We'll cut round them. All right, bring that stuff over here. Put it on the floor. Shut the door. All right, it's 6:10. When you leave, I want you looking as smart as you do now. Some boiler suits over there. Get them on.
You mean you want us to do the digging?
Yeah. You're going to do some sweating tonight. Through here, we said, didn't we, Saunders? So let's get on with it. Let me a pick.
evening, Fred. Hello, Harry. Sit down.
Thanks.
What's it like out now?
Oh, coming on to rain. But I expect there'll still be a big crowd out tonight to see the new year in.
Oh, that'll keep you busy, eh?
Yes, I expect there'll be hundreds of Scotsmen around the dilly tonight yelling their blinking heads off.
Oh, yes, celebrating the Ogmany, eh? And the best of luck.
Well, I can't stop long tonight, Fred. No, the squad cars are out.
Oh, that's all right. I have it all ready now. Tell me, what's all the cars doing around outside?
Oh, CID. They've had a report about this Durrell chap. You know, the one that broke out of Parkhurst. Yeah, but we get reports all day long. Doesn't mean a thing.
He done that Oxford Street job, eh?
That's him.
When they tied up the night watchman. Got 12 years.
Ah, but don't you worry. We'll soon pick him up. Sooner or later, he's going to run out of dough. Then he's going to try and do another job, and that's when we...
You know, we got no compensation, though.
Who?
The night watchman. You know, it nearly done him in. He had asthma, same as me. I mean, you don't get nothing off your firm. I know what I'd do if anyone broke in here. I'd lock myself in and ring for you lot. You're not going to finish your tea?
No, sorry, chum, I haven't got time.
Oh, pity. You know, there's a bottle of sherry down in the basement. I know, I saw it there. Of course, you haven't got the time, eh?
No, all right, Fred. Look, I'll tell you what, I'll pop round and see you later on after the sergeant goes off.
Righto, look out for your helmet. Cheerio.
Cheerio, Fred.
All right, that's 5 foot in. Another 10 to go. Where's that drain pipe?
Here, that's the drain pipe here. We've been digging beneath it at an angle of about 30 degrees. Now we're digging up again here to reach the vault just about here.
Is that pipe okay?
No, I'm afraid it's got a slight fracture. One of the picks caught it a glancing blow.
Whose pick?
Oh, I don't know. Well, I think it was Mr. Crawford's pick. You hit that pipe, Crawford?
I may have done. Does it matter?
Saunders, tell him what that pipe is.
It's a storm drain, sir.
Tell him what it does.
Well, it carries all the floodwaters down to the main sewers.
It's a sharp storm. How much water is likely to be going through that pipe at any one time?
Well, it's impossible to say. Considerable pressure, anyway.
If that fracture develops under pressure, the water would loosen the shoring and the roof of the tunnel could fall in. It's too bad if it happened when you were in there, wouldn't it?
We need more planks for shoring.
Well, down there, swan up and ready. Get them. When they finish that, we'll start in the furniture. Well, pick them up. They won't bite. You've got another 10 minutes in there, Stone. Make good use of it. Then you can break.
You all right, sir?
Yes, I'm all right, thank you.
There's still some sherry in the other room. Would you like me to
No
get...
drink on the job.
Must be awful for Mrs. Crawford. I'm very sorry.
Helen, she'll be all right. I'm worried about your mother, though.
That's very considerate, Mr. Crawford. That's good. You worry about the old lady. You take your mind off other problems. You've got plenty, haven't you? Here. I believe you've been having some big losses on the stock exchange recently, Crawford. A little piece of what's in there would help you a lot, wouldn't it? Because your wife's developing some very expensive tastes. Some very expensive friends. There was that young Italian film star. You had to buy him a high-powered car before he'd drive out of Cheney Grove. Then there's your daughter, Pamela. She's costing you a packet. You know, Saunders? I don't know if you're going to afford to marry that girl.
That's none of your business.
I'm sorry. You see, where I come from, men just naturally talk about their problems. You've got nothing else to talk about. Getting tired, Stone? Another 5 minutes and you can break. You can't work without food. Saunders! You know anything about explosives? Come over here, I'll show you. Now, normally, if we had proper firing mechanism, I'd wire these shots separately. However, we don't have a plunger. I will take a chance and fire them off simultaneously.
How can you judge the extent of the blast? It could be extremely dangerous, you know.
Well, it's a matter of experience. The blast is a funny thing. I once knew a man caught in a line of blast. And he had the front of his face blown off.
There's water coming out of that pipe. Must be raining heavily.
You hear that, Crawford? I said, did you hear that? You want to go in there and do something about it?
You can't expect anybody's going there now. The whole roof could collapse.
A lot of water coming in.
Ah, you haven't got the guts, have you? I don't know how you've got to be the managing director of anything. Saunders, there's a collar rope in the other office. Get it, quick! I'll need this for binding. You burn that. It's got a laundry mark. Just give me that. I'll tie that around my ankle. If that roof falls in, you've got to pull me out. There's not much weight up there, but Sam can choke a man to death in 2 minutes. Now get hold of that. A lot of you. Crawford! You pull me out, Crawford. Otherwise, I won't be around to make those telephone calls, will I?
This is what we're going to do.
We'll be back in a moment with Act 2 of tonight's play. And now for the second act of The Criminals.
Got to get up to the switchboard and ring the police. Have them surround our homes and get them to cut off our telephones so that none of these men can contact one another. Saunders and I'll hold the entrance of the tunnel and keep him in. And you, Mr. Stone, will go and make the call to the police. You know all our home addresses, don't you?
Yes, yes.
Go on, then get up to the switchboard.
Now, wait a minute, Foley. Even if we were successful, there's a terrible chance that all this would come out in court. We should have to give evidence. Then everybody would know
So
that we...
just because everyone would know, is that any reason for helping this
Oh,
criminal?
do stop trying to be a hero, Foley. You're not in the infantry now. All I'm thinking of is the safety of my family.
So, we are committing a crime.
We're being forced to.
Exactly. May not be much precedent, but I think I could make it stand up in court.
Does that matter, Mr. Crawford?
Crawford! Give me some newspaper for packing. I don't know where there is any.
Better find him some.
I bought one this afternoon. I think it was in my jacket pocket.
Where's that paper? Come and get it.
It wasn't your failure, Jimmy, I'm telling you.
Oh, it was.
How do you know? You couldn't even see it.
I did so. You gave him a dunk with his elbow like that. So
Where'd you go, Jimmy?
I was in here.
Oh.
Oh, the tide's in here. And I never spilt a drop.
Never mind that. Here. See what I've got.
Well, what's that then? Tea?
It's 100% proof.
Twig. Well, come on. Open it.
No, not so fast.
Oh, no. Over no.
Oh, what is...
A big puller.
You're a mister.
Never you mind, son. Just you hang on to your helmet and you'll be all right.
Never mind it, we're getting wet here.
Oh, wait and get yourself a centre forward. Over
What's the matter with you lot?
One of your men was recaptured this afternoon. It's in the paper Foley just gave you.
Yeah, that was a pity, wasn't it? Still, it means we don't have to split the loot 5 ways. I know what you're thinking of. You're thinking that one of your homes is left unguarded. You don't know which one, do you? That's why you didn't call the police. I mean, you want to take a chance. Now, to repair that pipe, you'll be working in 6 inches of water in that dip. That'll teach you to be more careful. Now, you've lost 12 minutes. Aren't you all working for the next half hour? Then we can start again on the road. Crawford, you and Saunders get in the face. You two, get in and start clearing.
What are you going to do?
Me? I'm having a drink. Shut up, the lot of you.
Well, this is it, Addy.
Blimey. Looks as though they've been having a real old booze up down here tonight.
Yeah, the boss and some of the others are off to Germany.
Well, Fred, Happy New Year.
Well, here's to Germany. Oh, you know, I think I'd better hide that bottle, otherwise the cleaners, they might get at it. Yes, I think I'd better bring it up to my place, what? You haven't got a fag on you, have you?
No.
Run out.
Sorry, Fred, left them all round at the station.
Oh, it don't matter about old Foley's got some in his private office. I'll go in and have a look, yeah.
Fred?
Yeah?
Did you hear about that bloke we had up in court last week? Night watchman?
No. What about him?
Oh, they had him on a larceny charge. Petty larceny.
What? Was he dishonest?
Well, it depends what way you look at it, really. You see, they had an idea he was knocking off the odd fag. So they left a packet marked. You see, they marked the fags both ends. So it didn't matter which end he smoked them. They was marked.
Oh, that was crafty, eh?
I'll say it was crafty. They give him 2 months.
What?
Oh, but it wasn't his first offence, mind you. Oh, no, they'd had him before. Sort of drinking the firm's wine. They had the bottle marked, you know.
Oh, yeah. I suppose he lost his job and all.
Lost his job, his pension, the lot.
Oh, there's some right crooks around, ain't there?
Now, look here, Fred, I'll tell you what I'll do. You give us a couple of bob and I'll go and get you a packet of fags out of the machine.
Oh, would you, Harry? Oh, thank you. Here you are. Oh, wait, Harry. I think I'll go with you, yes?
Okay, Fred. Oh, but look, Fred, I don't suppose I should be back until after the crowds are gone.
No.
Oh, and I say, Fred.
Yeah?
I shouldn't smoke too much if I was you. Not with your asthma.
No, I'll be careful. Yeah.
Saunders. I'm just testing the circuit. You know how this is done, do you?
Oh, don't do that, for heaven's sake!
That's all right. This is only 2.5. You need at least 5 volts to blow this lot up.
Yes, we can't be sure about that. Taking a chance like that, you...
That's the trouble, you fellas. You never take a chance. You know, there's not one of you who wouldn't like to be doing what I'm doing tonight. There's not one of you who wouldn't like to carve himself out a couple of $1,000 when he gets inside that vault. That's all right. You can have a couple, I understand.
You may find this very hard to believe, but I've never done a dishonest thing in my life.
No? Well, this will take some explaining. If you're going to marry the boss's daughter, you're going to have to keep up with the rest of them, aren't you, kid? You think it over. As you, Foley. I know you bought that new house before you sold the old one. You didn't get the price you expected on the old one, did you? So you had to borrow a couple of $1,000.
How do you know all this? What are you getting at?
I mean, you're in a jam, Foley. You've all got problems. You see, I believe that almost any man, especially any of you four, given the chance to pick up some of that money, he'd pick it up if he knew he wouldn't get caught. There's not a man alive who wouldn't like to start his life all over again. But he could walk out of this one loaded.
I think we've reached the wall.
Good. You've done well. Now we really begin. All right, Clover, take a rest. Foley, Let's say, for example, that I was the law sitting here. I'd say, in a way, that you all had perfect motives to commit this crime. Of course, you've all got alibis. At least I've got them for you. I've even got a synopsis of that play you were going to see tonight. I'll let you have it later on.
What's all this about?
He's trying to incriminate all of us, including you.
What possible motive could I have?
He's just trying to humiliate us, sir.
Humiliate? You love being humiliated, still. You are the original yes man. You like being walked over.
Why don't you leave me alone, Durrell? Take your dirty hands off me!
You're calling me Dirty Stone? You? Your little flat in town. The place your wife doesn't know about.
Be quiet.
That's where he spends his spare time, Crawford. You need Cora, don't you, Stone? She walked into Stone's town apartment about 6 months ago and just didn't move on. But she's a very costly ornament to have on the mantelpiece, isn't she, Stone? And you wouldn't want these gentlemen to know where you got the money.
Durrell, shut up.
That's all right. I won't go into details.
What details?
You promised! He promised you what, Stone? You met him before, haven't you? That's how he got all his information on us. You're his accomplice. You helped him.
I never helped him.
Oh, be careful.
Why should I be careful? You've abandoned on me. You've lived on me.
Then you were his accomplice. It was you
No,
were talking about our
I
home.
at all.
Stone, you're in a position of trust here.
Trust? You take a look at your account books,
Stone.
No, he's lying. I was going to put it all back, but he made me do it. Him and that woman. Yes, they're in this together. Don't you see? It's all lies. Everything he said tonight about his gang, about your homes. There isn't anybody.
You made that telephone.
It was the her. He made me.
Then it was all bluff.
Yes, that's right, bright boy. There's nobody in your homes.
I'm standing here now in Piccadilly Circus, right by Eros. The people are milling around. Everyone's having a marvelous time. The police certainly have their hands full.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Well, I'd say every policeman in London must be on duty here tonight. It's marvelous the way they're handling these enormous crowds. Now, there are two gentlemen from Scotland standing right next to me now. Tell me, sir, have you made any New Year resolutions?
Aye, to catch the first train for Euston.
I see. Would you like to say a word to your friends out there?
Hello.
I simply don't understand you, Stone. After 12 years to have betrayed...
Ah, shut up, Crawford. Stone's no worse than the rest of you. He's just got an expensive girlfriend. Like you've got an expensive wife. What's the matter? You think he's a bad business risk? Is that it? I wonder what your subordinates would think of you now. Not to mention some of your clients. And your bank manager. No. Your hands are not so clean. Trouble with Stone is he can't keep his mouth shut, but I can. And no one will know from me how he's trying to see me. Any of you. So let's get on with it. Foley, someone give me that power drill. I know anything about night watchman is coming to get those cigarettes.
What are you going to do if he
What do you
does?
think I'm going to do?
Don't hurt him. We'll tie him up, shall we? Better blindfold him, too.
Yes, but
He mustn't know who we are.
All right, Crawford. I'm glad you see it my way. I want to grab him as he comes in through the door, throw him towards you, then he's all yours. Good boy, Piccadilly, farewell, last the It's all set.
Do you think this rope's going to hold?
You're the civil engineer, you tell me.
I'd feel happier if it were rock.
You'd feel more tired if it were rock.
How deep do you think this concrete's going to fracture?
2 layers if we're lucky. We'll clear away the rest with chisel till we reach the iron mesh.
Oh, yes. How are you going to get through that?
Oxyacetylene. There's a cutter and a bottle of gas on the lorry.
Thought of everything, haven't you? What about the blast the explosion's going to make?
You know what time I'm going to blow that charge? Midnight. Ever been outside your office at midnight on New Year's Eve?
I see. Just how did you manage to get a lorry with all the right equipment on it out on the ramp this evening?
I brought it here. I borrowed it from your Hounslow site. Had to go through a picket line. But the police helped me. We'll get your lorry back.
You've got a nerve.
Yeah, it was tough being a blackleg. Let's get out of here. Go ahead.
What about that drain pipe? The explosion could blow that open again, you know.
Good boy. Now you're cooperating. You want to branch out on your own, there are a lot more banks around. Now wedge your beam across here. Now put something in between the beam and the pipe. And that should hold it. Watch the support signal there. Kick it in, make it safe.
Do you think Ellis will be all right, sir?
Yes, the gag will be uncomfortable. If he can breathe through his nose, he'll be all right.
Do you think he could...
Where's that power point?
It's just over there.
All right, bear those 2 ends. I'll stick them in the point with matches and stay by the point. I'll give you the signal to fire. Go on!
This is it, is it?
It's 11:55. After the blasting, we'd have an hour's work with a cutter, then went through.
How do you think you're going to get the money away from here?
Well, I'll sort that out. Stone, take this bag. You two, fill that with sand. When it's full, Crawford, you take it in there and wedge it next to the pipe. I put a beam there to hold it. Now get busy.
Can I help you with that, sir? It's rather heavy.
Shut up and get it back in the point. All right, that's enough. Take it in. You know, if you press that switch now, they'll be looking for a new managing director. It could be you. Furley, Stone, get up against the wall by the tunnel. Crawford, get the other side of the wall.
Okay.
Wait and be quiet.
No. Wait for the screw. Supposing the charge is too...
Shut up and get against the wall!
Now?
Wait.
Stuff, Jimmy.
We'll be back in a moment with the conclusion of tonight's play. And now for the conclusion of The Criminals.
Prosperous New Year, gentlemen. Let's get in there.
How do you know the roof hasn't fallen
I know. Burley, Stone, Saunders on the lorry. Better cut it 2 miles and a bottle of gas. Find a trolley out there. Before you stay here.
So sure you can trust me.
You want to see your managing director again, don't you? Burley, get busy with the chisels. Crawford, get in there and start clearing. Take over for a while.
Know how to work that thing? Yes, I think so.
Right, be careful with that flame. It's lethal. You know, I've often thought a man with one of those in his hand is more dangerous than a man with a gun.
How do you know I won't use it on you?
I know you're better than you think, Foley. You need some of that money. You're going to get it.
Tried to bribe all of us to row.
I have to.
You eaten anything?
No, thank you.
Can I get you some water?
No, thank you. I'll be all right in a few minutes. It's just the heat in there.
Well, it'll soon be over now, anyway.
I daren't even think about it being over. I wish I were dead.
Did he come to get hold of you? Lorella, was it through this corner?
I met her in one of those all-night cafes. She was lonely, and I was lonely. It seemed logical. I didn't know she'd lived with him for years.
Because when he came out, he came straight back to her.
I don't know how he found her at my place. She must have been in touch with him all the time. He just arrived and demanded shelter.
Why on earth didn't you go to the police?
But you see, I told her everything. I must have been bursting, I suppose. I was going to put all the money back, but I couldn't shake them off. Durrell pressed me for information, night after night, every detail I could.
All right, we're through. Saunders, you come with me. Something I've got to get from the lorry.
I suppose you realize there's a safe inside that vault? You thought of that?
Yeah. I'm not interested in the safe.
You're not interested in the money?
Yes, I'm interested in the money, but the money I want isn't in the safe. Stone, tell Mr. Crawford what the bank manager said when you took me to see him.
You took him to see the bank manager?
Well, yes, he made me. He told Smallwood he'd be coming into a large sum of money shortly. Wanted to open an account. Asked if his money would be safe.
Cheek of man.
Well, Smallwood treated it as a joke, of course, and told him what he once told me. You see, this branch is due for expansion. With all the new accounts, the safe just isn't large enough anymore. On Wednesdays, they're forced to leave large sums of cash in bags on the vault floor.
Didn't Smallwood recognize Durrell?
Well, I was terrified that he would, of course. But just as Durrell says, one judges a man by his friends.
What do you mean?
I had to say he was a friend of yours.
Hand me the torch. That's it. All right. Get it back. Hurry it up back there. There are 2 more to come.
He's no fool, that old notes. You aren't being serious.
Fantastic, sir. Fantastic.
What is?
All this money.
2 more bags to come. He says he's in a hurry.
You Saunders?
No, it's Foley.
All right, that's all we're taking. Let's get out of here quick.
Why, are you getting worried, Durrell?
Shut up and go to your toes.
You just made it in time.
Yeah. Looks like the law's going to have to dig this all over again just to look for footprints. Foley! Take this bag out of the office. It's got the airline stamped all over it. That's it. How do you feel after your first big bank job? No, we did it on time.
You know you'll get 10 years for this.
If I do, Crawford, I'll take you with me. You see, we're all principals in larceny.
Oh, no, we're not, Durrell. You forced us into this. We're working under duress.
Come off it, Crawford. 1 man holding 4 under duress for 7 hours. Now, half the time I was in that tunnel. Now, you had your chances, Crawford. You didn't take them. Now, what court of law do you think's going to find you innocent? Well?
I admit there aren't many precedents.
And even if you did manage to climb out of this somehow, by the time the law and the press are finished with you, how much do you think your reputation's going to be worth? How many contracts do you think you're going to get in the next 10 years? That goes for all of you. You know, Foley, I don't think you'll ever get an executive job again. Of course, you could disagree with me. But I'm not holding you under duress. Give that to Mr. Crawford. Go on, give it him. All right, Crawford, you shoot me. Go on. Shoot me! You try getting out of this mess without me.
What do you intend to do now?
Now, you're about my height, Crawford. I need a suit. You'll have a change of clothing in the luggage when you put in your car. Get me one quick, a nice pinstripe. You 3, get changed. You're going to have to look respectable any minute now.
How are you going to get that lot away?
Oh, I'm not going to. You are. Stone. Start transferring the money from those bank bags into those airline valises. Be quick. You see, I'm coming with you to Germany.
Oh, you didn't tell us that.
No. I kept that as a surprise. But you have a little difficulty getting out of the country. You have a chartered plane on an unscheduled flight. You can call me a mining consultant. When I get to Frankfurt, I'll say goodbye. Now get me that suit. Quick! Crawford, while you're about to give me a change of vest and pants, these are filthy. Polly, that chain around my neck when I last have it on.
I had it on in the vault, I think.
All right, stack those bags over there. Something I've got to get.
How much did you manage to bring away?
He said not to bother to count. He said there was enough for his immediate needs.
Immediate needs. Just part of this would be enough to last a man for the rest of a lifetime. How much do you reckon's in each of those bags?
40 or 50,000 pounds.
4, 5, 6 of them. We'd better get changed.
Get away with it, he's crazy. He's had it?
Do you think we can get him out?
No. He'll be dead. We better send for the police.
No. No need for that. We'll do just what he said. We'll follow his plan. In the morning, the police will find the money there. They'll find him dead in there. They'll think he did it. He did do it.
Yes. Of course he did.
But, sir, they'll know he couldn't have done it alone.
That's their problem. Don't worry about that.
Sir, we've committed a crime.
Look, Foley, the money's there untouched. The damage to the bank vault will be covered by insurance. Mr. Stone, naturally, will resign. The rest of us will try to carry on as if this ghastly thing had never happened. When I get a telegram in Germany tomorrow morning, I shall be very surprised, and so will all of you.
And what about Ellis, Mr. Crawford?
Well, cleaners will find him in the morning. I'll see if he gets an extra week's pay for trying to do his duty.
It's 7 hours to the morning, Mr. Crawford.
That's true. Perhaps you'd better see if he's all right.
So I'll go and see.
Thank you, Geoffrey. Look, unloosen his bonds a little, but make sure he doesn't see you.
All right.
Stone, I take it you cancelled those seats. There weren't 4 vacant stalls on the front row tonight, were there?
Well, actually, sir, I never ordered them. It seemed such a waste of the company's money.
Very thoughtful of you.
I have those synopses that were mentioned. I saw the play myself last night.
Good. Well, we'll read those in the car. The sooner we get away from here, the better. Make sure that we don't leave anything behind. What's the matter?
Dead. That gag must have been too tight.
You sure?
Yes, I touched him. Must have been dead for quite a long time.
You won't be needing that extra week's salary after all, Mr. Crawford. This makes a difference. I'm going to ring the police.
No, wait. Makes it different, all right, but do you realize how different?
Sir, you said a crime committed under duress was not a crime.
Murder is the one exception.
We didn't murder him. He just died.
A death caused in the commission of a crime is murder, no matter how he dies. And all those concerned in the felony are guilty of murder in the first degree. That's the law.
Yes, but sir, we had to do it.
We didn't have to tie Ellis up. We did it of our own free will.
Durrell had a gun?
Yes, and put the light out. We could have jumped him instead of Ellis. But we panicked, didn't we?
Let's talk about it on the plane, shall we? We may all feel quite differently in the morning. Come on. I've forgotten something, Philly?
Yes.
What?
The gun. The gun in Durrell's pocket. Your fingerprints are on it.
Yes.
It isn't there. He took it in with him.
Well, what's the matter? Our fingerprints are all over the place.
Your fingerprints on the gun mean that you held the gun. And if you did, you could have pointed it at Durrell and forced him to do anything you wanted him to do. And you didn't.
Police have no record of my fingerprints or yours. They never dream of checking on us.
No. But Mr. Stone will tell them.
Me?
Yes, you. You're not a very bright criminal, are you, Stone? He told you to burn this. There's a laundry mark on it. WX125. What's the laundry mark on your shirt, Stone? It's the same, isn't it? Because Durrell was hiding in your flat. Saunders told me.
What else could I do? You don't think I wanted him there? It's been a nightmare for me, a nightmare.
All right, Stone. Where's this getting us?
This laundry mark will be on his vest and pants in there. The police will get to Stone and Stone will talk.
Can't be far in. We've got 7 hours to get him out. Come on. Well, you with me, Foley?
I've worked all night, Crawford, watching you squirm, trying to save face. Doesn't matter to you that the caretaker's lying in there dead, does it? All that matters to you is that you can walk into the Parthenon Club next week, head high. Not even the prospect of a murder charge worries you. No, I think you'd actually enjoy conducting your own defense at the Old Bailey. I'm sure you'd do it very well. But the one thing you can't stand the thought of is everybody knowing that you got down on your knees for 6 hours and carted dirt out of a tunnel.
Get off your soapbox, Foley. We're all in this together. You don't want to go on digging. There's still 3 of us. You're with me, Geoffrey, aren't you?
I suppose.
No need to ask about you, is there?
All right. You're going to dig him out. Then what? You're going to leave him here so they know someone dug in to get at him?
Police only had accomplices anyway.
And that they dug him out to get something off him. His vest. His pants. Or this gun.
Foley.
Yes, I got his gun. I took it out of his pocket when his jacket was over the chair and he was in the tunnel. I just had to be sure how important it was to you that no one should ever know. Because you see, it's very important to me. I'll be content with a 5th share. Now go on with the digging, Crawford. Destroy the evidence for me. We're all in this together, remember? The only difference is I've got the gun. You know what, I'd have enjoyed this evening even without the money. Just to see you get down on your hands and knees and dig dirt.
You'll never get away with this, Foley, not on your own.
No, I'm taking your car. And I don't need your ignition, please. Thank you very much. I wasn't in the army for nothing.
What about your family?
With this, I can be out of the country by dawn with my family. Now get digging. You can still catch that plane. You'll be finished by 4 o'clock.
Put that gun away.
Get out of my way. Get up against that wall.
Go on, son. It might go off. Now, put it away.
All right, officer, it won't go off. You're right about one thing, Foley. We were never under duress. You didn't inspect that gun. I did. It was never loaded. You're easily fooled, aren't you, Foley? Better take him in there, officer. There are 2 more in there. The telephone's cut, but my car's outside. I can be at your station in 2 minutes.
Thank you, sir. Come on.